Hello friends, welcome to Dots of Destiny. Capricorn ascendants and moon sign and sunshine also if you want to see. Let us start our discussion in details about the year 2024. Let me first talk about the outer planets, then the inner planets and their transit, how it is happening. Saturn, your Lagna Lord, is will be transiting the second house this year also, and will go direct and then retrograde for from June to the mid of November. So that is the usual retrogression of Saturn, but otherwise Saturn will be transiting in Shatabhisha Nakshatra and then in Purva Bhadrapada this year. So it is there in your second house to take care of your finances. Now I come to Jupiter. Jupiter is in Aries. It is going direct from 1st of January this year, and it will remain in Aries for the first 4 months of the year. So in Aries, Jupiter can give some good result for these last 4 months, and then it will move to Taurus, your 5th house, and remain there for the whole of year till 2025 April-May. And Jupiter will also go retrograde. That will happen in November, and it will start its retrogression in November to 4th of February, 119 days of retrogression for Jupiter. Rahu Ketu comes with a big relief as it has made a move already from your 4th to the 3rd house. This is a really welcome relief for the Capricorn people, because Rahu will now transit into your 3rd house and Ketu into your 9th house. So this is a good placement. Rahu will go from Revati to Uttar Bhadrapada, and Ketu in Virgo will go from Chitra to Hasta. So this Rahu Ketu axis will give you huge relief and also make better augur new projects and new initiations in your life. So now these were the outer planets. Now the inner planets are Venus, Mercury, Mars, and Sun, as you know, is always going every month. It is changing its sign. So it is your 8th lord. Obviously 8th lord is not the Sun Saturn problem, is not the best of your planet, but still we understand that Sun is important in different ways. And Mars will start its journey from Sagittarius, that is your 12th house. In the first week of January, it will be in Sagittarius with Sun. Then Sun will move into Capricorn, and Mars will also move into its exaltation sign on your Lagna by February. This will be a good transit of Mars. Then it will come with your Lagna Lord Saturn in the 2nd house. This also should be because it is the 2nd lord with the 11th lord, so it is a good transit, I must say, though some family issues can creep up at this point of time. I'll talk about it later. Then Mars will go into, like this, it will travel Aquarius, then it will go into Pisces, and then it will come into Aries and begin its journey from first week of June, and by November, December it will come to your 7th house of Cancer. So here Mars will get retrograde and also debilitated in your 7th house, so it can create different kind of effects. Being your 4th and the Kendra Lord, 4th and the 7th Lord. Now Mercury is also quite an important planet for you. Being your especially the 9th lord, it can give good results when it is well placed or in transit, as Mercury this year also will get 3 times retrograde. If you are running a Mercury Mahadasha Antardasha, let me tell you that Mercury will go retrograde in all watery signs this year too, and it will cross back to the next sign, previous sign, and again go direct. So it will go retrograde in Cancer, in Scorpio, and in Pisces. So this is all your Kama Trikon, the 3, 7, 11 axis, 3, 7, 11 houses. So Mercury when it will go retrograde, and especially it will cross the Gandanta points, can create some fluctuations in your ninth house matters. Ninth house being the fortune house is very important, and also your sixth lord, your daily job and routine. So that is how will Mercury will pan out. And then comes your yoga karak planet, that is the Venus. That is your fifth and tenth lord, fifth house lord and tenth house lord. Venus is having a good transit this year. It will start from your 11th house from the beginning of the year and come back to your Lagna by the end of 2024. So it will come a full circle from 11th to the 11th and then to your Lagna. So Venus this year is having a proper run. What I mean by that is that proper 25 days of transit in a sign, and not getting delayed, not getting caught up, having some conjunctions in the way, but the transit of Venus is good this year. Okay. Now let me come into the 4 sectors that I wanted to talk about. In a year, usually we talk about first the professional front, then the financial front, then relationship part, family relationship, and then travel and the health. All these sectors are equally very important to us. So let me start with the professional front. In the professional front, your 10th house lord is Venus and your 6th house lord is Mercury. So here what I have seen is that because Venus and Mercury is very fast moving planets, Capricorn people from time to time, because they are very ambitious people, they want things to happen in a quick space most of the time. But being a Saturnic Lagna, you must understand that though Venus will make a good move throughout the year, if your natal Venus is good, if you're running a Venus Mahadasha Antardasha, and Saturn being Saturn your karma karaks, not your Saturn, whenever we talk about profession, the 6th house, the 10th house, we have to talk about Saturn. So if you are running a dasha of Venus or 10th house of Saturn, if it is more or less well placed in Kendra, then your professional life should do good. It is not a bad time at all, because Rahu in the 3rd gives some new kind of initiations in the process of maybe profession. Maybe you want to do something new, you want to start business, because many Capricorn people, because Mars gets exalted on the Lagna, it is a Lagna of Saturn, they want to do business. Many times I've seen that. But what I want to say is that Ketu has subsided from Libra, so your 10th house is now in a very better position. There is nothing to worry about as such about the 10th house. If in your natal Venus Mercury is well placed and the 6th and 10th house is okay, if not very good, if it is okay, and Venus Mercury is not in a very bad condition, then you will have a good year of professional progress after Ketu subsiding from your 10th house and Rahu from your 4th house. So this was regarding the profession. And because Saturn is also well placed, your financial thing, Saturn is looking into your finances in the 2nd house, which is our 2nd department of finances. And also Scorpio, the 11th house, is very well aspected this year by Saturn aspecting Scorpio, Jupiter from Taurus will aspect Scorpio, and also Rahu from the 3rd is aspecting Scorpio, as I take the 5th and 9th aspect of Rahu. So Scorpio is getting 3 aspects. If you're running a Mars Mahadasha, or favorable, or some planets that is seated in the 11th house, that kind of a Mahadasha, or Venus Mahad or Mars Mahad, something like that, which is a monetary oriented planet in your horoscope, then you should have a good financial year. You should be able to save more, you should be able to get more, because both the 2nd and the 11th house is in a very, very decent and good position, I must say. And when the 11th lord will make a conjunction with Saturn in the second house, that time can be a very crucial time. Also, when Mars will come on your lagna, getting exalted on your lagna, that can also bring some financial gains into your life. So these are very important times, and I'll be, this is what I'm saying in general. The important dates I'll be discussing when the transits happen, so that you can understand properly at what time. uh, roughly uh, Roughly I can say that from mid of February to the nearly end of April, you'll have the second lord and the 11th lord conjunction in the second, and Mars, after transiting January mid, it will go into your Capricorn from the 12th house to the first house of Capricorn. So these should be good time. And when Rahu Mars conjunction happens in the third house, the problem is that whenever Rahu Mars is a lot of energy, it is an Angarak yoga, and third house needs lot of energy, no doubt about that. Only thing is that the living factors of the house gets a little disturbed with Shani Mangal in the second, with Rahu Mars in the third. When these transits happen, the next department, that is relationship, needs a lot of care in those areas, because second house is the family, third house is with co-bonds with your neighbors. You can shift your house and all these things can happen, because it is also the fourth lord in the, you can say, make a sale also, your property, if you want to sell it, all these things can give way. But keep a watch on the jiva part of that house, which is your family, your and also Mars, as it will be transiting by the end of the year, will come into your seventh house and gets debilitated by the end of the year. It will also become retrograde. It will come back to Gemini, the sixth house, again go back to Cancer. So a little bit of relationship issues I see happening in this year, especially from your near and dear ones, because the second house, seventh house is your family, your partner, all these things. See, the fifth house Jupiter is transiting. From May 1st, Jupiter will be transiting in the fifth. So till now, because Venus was not functioning very well in all of 2023, was slowing down, getting retrograde in Cancer, then Leo, your 8th house, all these things, I feel you may have had some problem with your progeny, your love matters, matters of the heart. But this time, as Jupiter is in the 5th house, I think those areas will provide you better results. Jupiter, though, is not a very great planet for you, but still being a benefic, that way I'm thinking that it should provide some betterment to the fifth house matters. That is the thing, some betterment to the fifth house matters, and children can become attached to you, more well groomed, more, they can be more understandable, you can strike a conversation with them, and these things can happen if they have not been in a proper mental condition, because of the problem of the Venus. Last year Venus transits were not very good at all, and especially Libra also was housing Ketu at that point of time. So, and Rahu was in the fourth also. So all these things, I feel the fifth house is not that much bothersome this year. It is good, Jupiter being there, but your second and seventh house related matters and needs a little bit of more attention. This is from the relationship front. Now I come to health and travel. Now travel is like his Mercury in this Ketu is in Virgo, and Mercury is your ninth lord. So Mercury will give travel when and when it is transiting the best of positions. The transit will somewhere, but definitely Rahu Ketu axis being there, you will have lot of inter-city travel, even foreign destinations if you want to go. When Mercury will be in best of positions, it will give you those kind of results, because Ketu is already there. You can go for pilgrimages also if you want. You can go for short distance journeys also if you want. These things can happen. So and also Jupiter, when it will be in the 4th house, it will be in the first 4 months, can aspect your 12th. It is aspecting your 12th house and your 8th house. So travel related matters can happen during the first 4-5 months also. That can also happen. So now I come to the health part of it. Health part is that Saturn is well placed. No problem with Saturn in your 2nd house. Jupiter will be aspecting your Lagna. Though it is a niche drishti, yes. So I feel health can see some renewal. Renewal in the sense, see, when we talk about your 12th lord being Jupiter aspecting the Lagna. So what happens, also your 3rd lord also, so you have to put in some effort on yourself to make your health better. That's what I wanted to say. Certain things can come up regarding the health. It can come up. You have to take the required step at the right point of time and not delay things, so that don't get afraid of taking a step and going forward to make the health better. That should be the right approach. Otherwise, other than Jupiter aspect, Saturn is well placed. Yeah, Saturn, one issue is there. Saturn is aspecting your 8th house continuously whole throughout the year, and it is the Sun house, is the Leo house. So Saturn can bring up certain you have been neglecting those health issues. Saturn can bring them up. That can happen. So all in all, what I'm trying to say, when Mars comes in the by the last end of the year, when Mars comes in the 6th house in Gemini, because Mangal does good in the 6th house but not too much in the sign of Gemini, and then it comes into Cancer. So problem related to your muscles, bones, water retentions issues, these things in the lower part of the body may need some attention. So that is what I'm seeing, Capricorn people, because all the planets are aspecting Scorpio also. That is also a watery sign. So keep a little bit what should I say, be a little focused on your health. Be a little focused on your health, because Saturn will make you focus on your money and savings more, which is good. This year it is good. There is nothing, I don't see as of now, if your chart is having a very bad dasha mahadasha, money issues should not have a problem this year. There should be savings, there should be income and all this thing. Venus is doing good, profession will be better, you have got relief from Rahu Ketu already. All these factors are good, but your health and relationship needs a little bit of more care. This is what I'm seeing. So if you had some already, that you have that kind of problem in your body which needs attention, take the necessary step, because also in the first 4 months Jupiter Saturn will be aspecting the Leo house together in January, February, March, April. So it can bring up issues of the health, bring up issues of inheritance, because whenever these two planets are aspecting an area, it becomes of prime importance for that year. So do the part, correct it, so that in the next part of the year from May, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu will be aspecting Scorpio. Your networking circle can be better. You can go through a transformation. You can have a increase in money. All these things can happen, because Scorpio is a very transformative sign. For all the ascendants this year, some kind of transformation is waiting, whether good or bad, but it is a transformation, because Scorpio getting so many aspects means something will be generated from that area. For your case, it's the 11th house, the transformation should be good. So I feel you should have a great relief this year, Capricorn. So make the most use of this year, and hope I have been able to put insights into the pockets where you need to put a little bit of attention. And so for now, let me complete my video here. Until next video, I'll meet you there. Thank you so much.